that we believe they did that, the dumb people to believe it, because the white man tell them that. An intelligent, well-thinking man like me would say, I don't believe these people were intelligent enough to have this type of connection with the universe knowledge, universal gift of knowledge. If all they were going to do would be barbarians like that, the universe wouldn't have given them that knowledge. So I'd say no, they were not behaving that way.
I do not believe human sacrifice was originally taught by the ETs. I believe it came in the aftermath of when the original teachers of humankind had arrived.
No, what happened is, it is an introduction to the human family through the Caucasian males, and it is still existing to this day through the Caucasian males. Somehow they forget to mention that World War I, II, and III was fought on this planet by white men killing white men, and every other man can get in the middle of their shit. They just overlook that, but the people that civilization, they can't even find one person to stand up and say, yeah, we were headhunters. You can't find that, but you so quick to open up and be knowledgeable about them hunting people and cutting off their damn heads, but you overlook the barbarism of yourselves. These people are too busy making this type of stuff to be out head hunting. It takes a lot of work to do this. And if you are someone who has so little respect for a person that you would cut their head off, I'm really sure you wouldn't waste time building this type of sculpture work to something that you despise so much. You gotta have love for self to want to do something like this. And us melanated people have always had love for self. We've been taught to hate self. Our greatest contribution to each other was our reliance on each other, and how much we knew that was important, and how much we relied on each other, and how much we loved each other. You white people didn't have that, because you came from a region where you was deprived of all of the sustainment that grow on trees. That's why to this day you have no respect for trees, and cut them right down. And then rely on another man to supply you with all the food you need in a store. And that works real good for all you white people who keep yourself supplied with jobs and everything. But it's not real good for us African people who you stole everything from and destroy. And even attempted to destroy this piece of artifact right here to corroborate my story.
Ancient gods, which were really just humans from another world, withdrew from the area, and the people became distraught.
See, they would rather tell you that these were gods, people from another planet, other than tell you that the people that was on this planet before their barbarism arrived were already making sculptures, huge monolithic sculptures like that. They can't give credit to the black man for his greatness, because they know to give us credit for our greatness, they have to tell the truth about their barbarism.
The more they became distraught, the more they took the original mythology and interpreted it in a much more literal way.
The problem is, the people who he's talking about is not here to tell you that's what happened. So that's his story. See? His story. H-I-S-T-R-Y. So it's his story, or his story, or my story. So I mean that it's just someone's assumption. It's not authentically proven to be so. What's proven to be so is that the light of the sun
So
is
what might have
swinging.
started out as the myth about the sun dying and being reborn when it sinks below the horizon becomes literally the idea of killing people to make sure it's
See? Now, people that has a fascination with the sunlight gets information from the sunlight. And the sunlight does not tell them that another person on the earth is so weak that you should pull their heart out. This sun would never give that information to anyone. This sun would say the total opposite. It would say, don't kill people, do not even kill animals and eat them. Now, white people who does not recognize the sun as being God are the only people on the earth who will look at the sun as something that would give bad information like this stupid shit right here. And then you can see the sun turning green, and you can see the prophet walk around saying, listen, the sun is here to let you know you've been misled by your fake ass white God Jesus. He's a lie. Y'all been killing us and murdering us off the planet. You get one chance to get your shit together. Buy the green light. People who don't buy the green light is not in compliance. You just blew your chance to get a second chance. Instead, they still want to give us these bullshit lies about everybody being murderers like they are. If everybody on earth was such murderers, we wouldn't have been conquered by them.
sun is going to come back up.
It's As archaeologists and explorers continue to uncover sites,
I don't like them lying like that. People were not stupid enough to believe that and then building all this type of structures. They knew what the sun was, because the only way they could be this smart to make these big stones suspend themselves and support themselves off their own strength is because they got that knowledge from the sunlight. So the sunlight was not instructing them to be barbaric. And when the Lord thy God leads you into the heathens, murder them and steal all their shit, it was saying, no, you get your ass up there and work and build this structure. Glorification of yourself, for I am a higher emanation of you. So do something to prove that you are as good as I am and worthy of receiving my life force every day. And then they come out here and do these great feats, moving these big stones. What did the white man do? He get a gun and some bullets and go and slay the people who was building these structures. And proud as hell about that, as the world rots and decay. Still doing the same shit.
where legend and reality meet.
Now look at that. You can see that right there being what it is. Real simple. Green light.
It's going to come back up.
As archaeologists and explorers continue to uncover sites where legend and reality meet.
Okay. Do you understand the spirals? Let's take this and flip it upside down. You see the big orifice at the bottom? That'll be the beginning of the big hole. And then it'll spiral and get smaller as it get to the top. Okay? Now let's start here at a small hole and spiral up and get bigger as we get to the top. As above, so below. This is what all that is. And like I say, think about all of it going down the drain. Now if you took a drain out of a sink and turned it upside down, that's just what you would be looking at with those perforated threads right there. We all know that. So that's what they were showing you, how Earth has a way of regenerating herself by consuming herself. That's what the black holes are for. So all of the wicked iniquity causing people on this planet will go and jump into those black holes. What that means is that the Earth is going to be opening up for a lot of people. Some of you will go jump in those black holes and never be heard of again. Some of you will just find the little black holes that's been the method of getting out of here forever, known as funerals. It's going down, know that. You better get your green light. These structures that these African people were building all over the planet was not doing anything but getting people ready for the flip over. That's what's going on now. The Earth is consuming herself. And the thing she's going to consume the most is the things that's bringing decadence on her, which is known as the Caucasian species of the humans. This is what they have caused. Decadence. As long as the people who are responsible for the maintenance of this building would have gone untouched and uncontrolled and uninhabited and unimpeded, this would have never dilapidated. These temples were built as monuments to the gods to pay homage. As the maintenance got done, it would show that the children had not strayed from their true source of life force. And they knew that, for otherwise, why would there be something more important to do than to keep the erection of your true God structures at tip-top condition? Now everybody running around worshiping white-ass Jesus. And we got poverty every damn way, drug abuse, prostitution, homosexuality, false incarcerations, you name it. We got it. Decadence and decay is what you're looking at right now, caused by a freaking Catholic, Judaism, Islam religions.
Could there be even more evidence that mankind's history on this planet is much more profound than what we currently understand? There are
the consciousness that we're locked in right now is white man consciousness that has made us fall as low as a state of consciousness than man has been since Neanderthal days, which is another high volume consciousness of his also. He has made this earth be full of nothing but derelicts like itself. Murdering fools, eating the wrong food, crazy ass sexual rituals, you name it. Just stupid murderers and dumbasses, you name it. Toxins every damn where.
those who believe the secret lies even deeper within the earth, as deep as its very core.
Black dot. The holes that are in the earth now opening up. It's the portals to hell. The earth is getting ready to purify herself. Get rid of all of the earth disturbers.
The North Pole, a seemingly endless wasteland of Arctic ice, shrouded in darkness for 6 months of every year. Here, there is no food, no shelter, not even a cave to hide from the slashing winds, and temperatures that can dive to 90 degrees below zero. But according to mainstream geology, beneath the pole and the Arctic Ocean lies the Earth's mostly rocky crust, up to 30 miles thick. Below this is molten rock.
This spirals of consciousness I'm telling you about. See, consciousness is always movement of vibrations. This fiery movement of these atoms in here is no different than the steadfast movement that's right here. The only difference is the temperature. The temperature always regulates the movement of the molecules. So the temperature is always regulated from the speed of consciousness of the mind. So a person with a high vibration that is really, really smart is going to always be on fire. That means that he's going to know, he or she is going to know that they are the fire. And so therefore they can command the fire to work for their will. The dead, slow-ass people are going to be the ones that have no movement at all. So the only thing they know is making everything around them be dull and slow and not moving like them. In other words, cold. 33 degrees of knowledge as compared to 720 degrees.
Heated by the planet's spinning core, with a solid center of iron and nickel the size of the moon. Scientists have deduced this information from measurements of Earth's gravity, magnetism, and seismic waves. But no one has ever seen these areas. Could the frozen surface of the pole be hiding a gateway to a world within our surface world?
Yes, all of this magma that moves through the earth is nothing but seismic activity, same as the seismic activity on the sun. Okay, it's the sun encapsulated inside of the earth in a liquid form. That's what it is. It's not, it doesn't sit still, it moves around. It's a moving sun that has no fixed position, just like the one in space. The problem is our perception of self make us see the earth so small as to where it can't be a universe inside of a universe, but that is exactly what it is. I'm going to prove that to you. Watch this. Let's go.
There are those who believe the answer is yes. And what they believe is known as the Hollow Earth Theory.
The Hollow Earth Theory is that this Earth is not molten inside. It is actually hollow. And that suspended in the hollow of the Earth is an inner sun.
Surprisingly, the notion of a hollow Earth was first given scientific credence by one of the founders of modern astronomy.
The idea that the Earth might be hollow as a scientific notion dates back to the astronomer Edmund Halley, who is best known for his comet.
See, again, this is what we're talking about. They saying that this information first hit the earth with a white man. Okay, but then we could go way back to Africa, the land of lava and volcanic, and see civilizations of the black. We done mapped out stars, every damn thing, right? We got civilizations of black holes. We done figure out the relationship of the woman being supreme, all that. We know all that. But then here they tired, 33 degrees of knowledge ass come again. The only person on the earth who ever figured that out was some white man. Never any smart white women. You know, they just tired as hell. Just so damn tired.
1691, he presented to the London Royal Society his hypothesis that the Earth is hollow and contains several little spheres inside, sort of like those Russian Matryoshka dolls.
These ain't no damn Russian Matryoshka dolls. The Russians themselves stole these from the ancient Tibetans who was showing you. See, I'm going to drop it on you because they never tell you this.